This man was an ordinary loser, but a strange school janitor used magic and returned him to the body of a 17-year-old boy, and now he needs to have time to change his fate before this strange gift turns into a curse. Mike O'Donnell, a talented 17-year-old basketball player, trains before an important match. If he plays well, he will receive a scholarship and will be able to enter a prestigious college. The basketball players want to take a photo together. They are joined by a cute loser named Ned. All the guys make fun of him, but Mike calls this guy his best friend. The basketball game starts in a few minutes. The cheerleaders are dancing in the stadium. Mike joins them. He not only plays basketball well, but also dances well. Mike is visited by his girlfriend Scarlett. He kisses her and runs to the coach, but notices that his beloved is worried about something. Scarlett admits that she is pregnant. The match begins. Mike looks completely confused. He sees Scarlett walking away, throws the ball and leaves the game. The guy catches up with his girlfriend and says that he will stay with her. That means he won't go to college and become a professional basketball player. Takes about 20 years. An adult Mike wakes up to the sound of an alarm clock. He lives with his friend Ned because his wife Scarlett has filed for divorce. Mike is on his way to his boring job. He dreams of a promotion, but his competitor Wendy gets the coveted position. Mike expresses his displeasure to his boss and is immediately fired. Our hero arrives at his old school. Now his children study there. He remembers the days when he was young and famous. The janitor says that Mike was a school star, but he never realized his potential. The man admits that it was much better in the past than it is now, and the janitor smiles slyly. Several high school girls appear in the school corridor. Among them is Mike's daughter named Maggie and his son Alex. The man invites the children to eat ice cream, but the teenagers do not respect their father at all and do not want to communicate with him. Mike takes his kids home and sees Scarlett throwing his stuff in the trash cans. She wants to make a beautiful landscaped park here. It turns out that our hero spent 18 years reproaching his wife for not going to college because of her, and his life was a failure. It starts to rain in the evening. Mike drives home in his car and remembers his conversation with the janitor. Suddenly, he notices a man on the bridge. This is the janitor. He falls down, and Mike jumps into the water after him. Our hero returns home completely dirty and takes a shower. He's also 17 years old again. Mike looks in the mirror and can't believe it. Ned appears next to him wearing a helmet and carrying an axe. Mike grabs a shield to fight off his friend, because he doesn't recognize him. The fierce fight continues for quite a long time, and a variety of weapons are used, including Jedi lightsabers. Mike tells Ned all his secrets, but his friend doesn't believe him until he finds their old school photo. Ned reads a lot of fantasy, so she decides that a mystical mentor spirit came to Mike and turned the man into a teenager so that he could correct his mistakes. Mike remembers the school janitor and goes back to his old school. The problem is that the gray-haired cleaner with the sly smile has never worked here. Mike wants to say hello to his son, but the guy, of course, does not recognize him. Our hero comes back and tells Ned that he wants to return to his school. This is his chance to start a new life. Ned admits that he hated school. He was bullied by all his classmates except Mike. But he wants to help a friend. So he makes an appointment with the director and passes our hero off as his own son Mark. It turns out that an attractive woman named Jane Masterson has become the new principal of the school, and Ned immediately falls in love with her. This man became a successful hacker, so he easily forged all the necessary documents for Mike. But now our hero is not a local star, but an ordinary guy. He will have to try very hard to gain credibility and popularity among his classmates. Mike arrives at school in one of Ned's coolest cars. He puts on the most fashionable clothes and sunglasses to look more mysterious. However, so far it does not help him much. Mike arrives for his first lesson. Scarlett calls him and reminds him that they have a court hearing today, but our hero can't come to it now. In gym class, Mike shows off his incredible basketball talents. The coach notices this and invites Mike to join the local basketball team. Our hero brags to Nata about his successes. The man asks Mike to create some problems at school so that he can be called to the principal. our hero notices a guy tied up in the toilet. This is his son Alex. Turns out that this guy is constantly bullied by classmates. Mike and Alex have lunch together in the school cafeteria. Alex admits that he is in love with a girl named Nicole. He also shows Mike his main enemy. He's an arrogant blonde guy named Stan. The problem is, this guy is dating Maggie. Stan teases Alex again, and our hero stands up for him. He publicly humiliates the school bully and calls him a dumb, cowardly weakling with little dignity. Mike returns home and tells Nat about his first day at school. Now he knows that his son is being bullied at school, and his daughter is dating a real cretin. Our hero understands that he must help his children. Mike plays basketball with Alex. He sees that his son has talent too. Scarlett arrives soon after, and Alex introduces her to his new friend. The woman is very surprised, because this guy is very similar to her ex-husband in his youth. She considers it a strange and even mystical coincidence. The next day, Mike comes to school for a health lesson. The teacher tells the children about sex life, and our hero declares that the most important thing in life is love. If there is no love, there is no need to start a close relationship. Stan defiantly starts kissing Maggie, and Mike rushes at the school bully. A furious fight begins. The students are filming everything on their phones. Ned is called to school. He dresses like a real cowboy. The man is sure that in this way he will attract the special attention of the director. Mike comes to visit Alex and talks to Scarlett. A woman shows him her garden project. She says that she wants to make a small lake, a barbecue area, and beautiful lighting. Mike offers the woman his help. In his spare time, he now not only plays basketball with Alex, but also makes a landscaped park, which Scarlett dreams of. He also constantly ruins Stan and Maggie's dates. Alex is accepted into the school football team. It is at this time that Scarlett and Mike finish work on their garden project. Mike wants to kiss Scarlett, but the woman is going on a date with another man. Mike then asks Scarlett to teach him how to dance. Our hero turns on the song they danced to on their wedding day and dances with Scarlett. Their dance looks very gentle and touching, but suddenly Alex appears and spoils all the romance. Soon, Scarlett's boyfriend arrives and takes the woman on a date. Before leaving, she asks Mike to give her ex-husband the divorce papers. Maggie is leaving for her friend Jamie's birthday. Mike and Alex go to the local bowling club. Nicole is sitting there. This is the girl Alex likes very much. Mike is surrounded by a lot of pretty girls, but he refuses them all. Alex tries to interest Nicole, but accidentally sets his pants on fire with a candle. Mike notices Maggie. He tries to persuade the girl to leave Stan because he is an idiot, but Maggie gets angry and leaves. There is a basketball game at the school. Scarlett and her boyfriend come to watch Alex play. Mike, of course, is also taking part in this match. Thanks to Mike and Alex's well-coordinated game, their team manages to win. Net asks Jane Masterson out on a date. The woman refuses him, and Net promises to buy laptops for all the students if she says yes to him. Jane agrees, but it won't be a date, but a business meeting. Mike notices Maggie in the schoolyard. The girl is crying bitterly. It turns out that Stan wanted to spend the night with her, but the girl refused. The arrogant blonde got offended and left her. Mike tries to support her, and Maggie mistakenly decides that he is in love with her. Mike invites all his classmates to a big party, which he hosts at his home, or rather at Net's house. Meanwhile, Net himself goes on a date with Jane. He admits that he knows nothing about real life because he is more interested in the fantasy world. For example, he loves The Lord of the Rings. It turns out that Jane is also a fan of Tolkien's work. They have the first topic for an interesting conversation. Yana and Stan try to apologize to Maggie, and then they attack Mike. Due to a strong blow, our hero loses consciousness. Mike wakes up to Maggie trying to seduce him. He confesses to her that he is in love with another woman, and Maggie leaves the room offended. Scarlett suddenly appears in the middle of the party. She's looking for Alex because her son hasn't answered her calls for a long time. Net and Jane return home and see that Mike has thrown a big party here. They immediately demand that all students go home. Mike talks to Scarlett and unexpectedly kisses her. The woman slaps him and leaves. Our hero tries to explain his true identity to her, but Scarlett refuses to listen to him. The next day, Net starts doing the general cleaning. Mike remembers that today is the day of the court hearing regarding his divorce. She and Net are driving there in a fancy yellow car with flashing lights. Net pretends to be a lawyer, but he is soon escorted away due to his bad behavior. Mike tells Scarlett that he has brought a letter that her husband wrote. He reads his emotional appeal and leaves the court session. After his departure, Scarlett decides to postpone the divorce for another month. She notices with horror that this letter was actually just an invitation to a court hearing. Mike decides that he won't be able to save his marriage, so he wants to get a scholarship and start a new life. The coach is confident that this guy will succeed. The team takes a general picture, and the girls from the support group begin their rousing dances. Scarlett also comes to this match. She's sitting in the stands, watching the game and remembering high school. The woman realizes that Mark is her husband Mike and hurries to the exit. Scarlett runs away, and Mike drops the game to catch up with her. At that moment, he turns into himself as an adult. Now he is 37 years old again. Mike understands that he made the right choice in his youth and is making the same choice now. Ned and Jane begin a romantic relationship, and Mike gets a job as a basketball coach at his old school. Everyone starts a new life,